Hello, and welcome to our Lenten Daily Devotional brought to you by United Faith Community, United Church of Christ in Buffalo, Minnesota. This devotional is for Friday, April the 10th, known as Good Friday in the Christian calendar. From the Gospel of Mark, the 15th chapter, verses 33 through 41. When it was noon, darkness came over the whole land until 3 p.m. At 3 o'clock, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, "Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani," which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" When some of the bystanders heard it, they said, "Listen, he's calling for Elijah." And someone ran, filled a sponge with sour wine, put it on a stick, and gave it to him to drink, saying, "Wait, let us see whether Elijah will come to take him down." Then Jesus gave a loud cry and breathed his last, and the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. Now when the centurion who stood facing him saw that in this way he breathed his last, he said, "Truly, this man was God's Son." There were also women looking on from a distance. Among them were Mary Magdalene, and Mary, the mother of James the Younger, and Salome. These used to follow him and provided for him when he was in Galilee. There were many other women who had come up with him to Jerusalem. And our poem for today is entitled Good Friday. Darkness clouded the earth while you hung on a cross. Even with the power of life hanging before their eyes, the crowd failed to notice you. Healed the sick, gave sight to the blind, opened the ears of the deaf, fed the hungry, touched the outcast, raised the dead. And it was not enough. Or was it too much? In that moment before death, you were forsaken, as no one has ever been before or since. You died to bring us into relationship with God, unknowable until you walked among us and offered your life for ours. Some offered only scorn. Even then, oblivious to the dark skies and prophecies fulfilled. At your last breath, the temple curtain tore in two, top to bottom, and a centurion recognized you. As the faithful women watched from a distance, the disciples from hidden doorways, places shadowy with fear and anguish, while others simply watched in fascinated horror. No matter who bore witness that day, or who averted their eyes, in pain or shame or fear or grief, no one saw the change in life and death that happened in those pre-Sabbath hours of darkness. Who could have foreseen the curtain torn down to nothing, veiling God from humanity? We still seldom notice the darkened skies, the curtain torn, the scriptures fulfilled. We question what happened that day as we hide in our doubts about you, who gave your life so that we could live fully. We can hardly hold this possibility as we stand at the foot of the cross today, reluctant to let go of the sins you took with you long ago. As you suffered death and changed the world forever. So why do we cling to our unworthiness, unable to see that you made us worth your life and death? We continue to separate ourselves from you again and again, lost in our sins, failing to notice we have been forgiven. I thank you for joining us today. If you'd like to know more about United Faith Community, I invite you to visit our website at ufcucc.org. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.